Evening, a new law went into effect today, changing the way the state handles background checks for firearms and now ammunition. It's part of the Concealed Carry Improvement Act that Governor Kathy Hochul passed last year.
New York's new background check system for not only guns but ammunition are causing delays of up to 9 hours. But that was the plan right from the beginning. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC, P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box. And if you like my channel, like my content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. Let's talk about this. Now, September 13th, 2023, the new, the governor deemed as the Carry Improvement Act, which is a law she signed that was in direct defiance of the Bruin ruling. If you remember the NYSRPA versus Bruin, the Supreme Court said that New York's carry permit process was too restrictive and you need to be overturned. And the governor stepped right in with not just one, but several laws that went against the Bruin ruling in order for her to keep her authoritarian position over the state. Well, part of that Carry Improvement Act was a new background check system that not only covered gun sales, but also covered ammunition purchases. And there are delays, just unbelievable delays in people being able to finalize and purchase and get authorization for a firearm. Now, you saw a little bit of video. I want to give some more because there's some information in there I definitely need to listen to. So let's go ahead and watch this.
News 4's Tara Lynch spoke with one local gun shop owner that says this is government overreach and business was slower than normal today. Tara?
Down in Kelsey, New York is now a point of contact state, meaning that all firearm background checks will be processed by the New York State Police first before going through the FBI. It also requires a state background check for all ammunition sales.
They're putting excess burden on systems that already are working.
As a point of contact state, New York is managing all background checks for gun and ammunition sales. The firearm check is still done through the ATF, but the ammunition check is completed through a New York State record system. Previously, gun shops would have direct contact with the FBI to process a check, but on Wednesday, that all changed.
That communication is severed off and we have to pass through the state. So basically the state has used their government authority to inject themselves in the middle and now charge customers a toll fee.
Customers have to pay $9 per firearm background check and $2.50 for an ammo background check. The state says money collected will pay for the new background check system. Just Holster It in Elma says they didn't receive information to train their staff on the new system until yesterday and are afraid it may drive away customers.
Luckily for me, it came back in like under a minute. There was a gentleman that was there for an hour and a half.
Now, Just Holster It says they are concerned if the online system goes down, all sales will have to stop. Right now, there's no phone system to call to complete the background check. The state says that will be up and running in October. Now, the site was briefly down for maintenance a little bit ago, but it is now back up and running.
Heard that and you saw that. And I'm going to jump into here. Once again, a great source. Once again, thank you to Ammo Land for being on top of stuff like this. But new background check law is destroying gun sales in New York as intended. Exactly. That is exactly it. If a gun dealer has to wait hours for a sale, the customer is going to get frustrated and just be like, forget it. That's a sale lost. You lose X amount of sales per day. As hard as it is to sell a gun in New York prior to this law, now it's even worse. It's going to force a lot of these FFLs out of business, and that was the intent, or force them to leave New York. But that was the intent. basically have a Mexico-style system where you only have one gun store, where you can actually legally buy a gun. You see how that works for Mexico. But a New York state law that requires background checks for ammunition purchases went into effect on September 13, 2023, and has been a disaster from the start. The New York State Police Department is handling this new background check system for ammunition and has taken over background check for all New York firearm purchases. Background checks typically went through the federal system, an NICS system, where a gun registry is illegal. New York State has now taken that background check system for all New York gun purchases, bypassing the federal government and sending private and personal information directly to the New York State Police Department. But that's the intention. They want to create a registry. Okay, it's not a mistake. What's even worse is that the state of New York is charging people who are buying guns must pay an extra $9 for the background check, and people buying ammunition must pay an extra $2.50 for the background check. I'm sure that's become a real nightmare for these people. But as reported by Matt Mallory from this weekend's Syracuse Gun Show, we've learned that background checks approval take hours for average gun owners. Yet truck drivers, New York Enhanced DL, and New York security guards are being approved almost instantly. They created a special class. That's how these things always work. Could this be to prevent disruption in other areas of New York businesses, to avoid backlash from other industries while maintaining a level of difficulty for the average gun owner? Okay. Right from the beginning, the new system has been problematic with excessive delays and denials, just as everyone expected, Bill Robinson from the Second Amendment radio show and Gun Owners of America, New York, said. Quote, I visited 9 gun shops throughout the state of New York, and all are experiencing excessive delays up to 6 hours, causing some purchasers to give up and walk out. This is the same for ammunition sales as well as gun sales. Okay. And there it is. This will put many FFLs out of business due to the fact they cannot sell the products because of this faulty system. Okay. Now, if you remember when the governor signed this into law, Galazzo versus Hochul was an emergency injunction to halt enforcement of the law. That was struck down. That's why now this law is in effect and running full steam. And it's unfortunate, but we need to go ahead and come out here. And now, as far as ammunition goes, it's unfortunate for the gun dealers in New York to lose the sales, but Pennsylvania is right there for the most part. You know, right across the border, where they're just like, we don't infringe on you like that. So I'm not sure what New York's getting out of forcing a background check on ammunition other than to hurt the licensed dealer, because that's a sale lost. That's money lost, a revenue lost, and it hurts the business in general. You can't pay your rent, you can't stay in business. So that's basically the bottom line as to why they did this. Connecticut did basically sort of revamped their background check system, and it caused major problems. It's the same thing. It slows down the process. That's why they're doing this. Literally, circumvent the Second Amendment once again is the whole plan here, and that's exactly why this is happening. There are court cases going forward against this, of course, citing Bruin as the precedent. But once again, it's a real shame that good people have to put up with this nonsense. These people are not interested in criminals and solving crime. It is about undermining the Second Amendment to the victims of violence. I've said it so many times over and over again, and you're hoping people will catch the red pill moment and go, wait a minute, how does telling good people what they can and cannot do have anything to do with criminal activity? Nothing. But that's just critical thinking. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.